morning. We got a whole bunch of them today. I think just 2 of them will be restreamed. So check around racetime.gg and your favorite runners in the tournament. We have Kariossa versus KillerApp. Battle of the K's today. What are you looking forward to, in this race, Angle?
Well, for this one, let's see. We've got Kariossa, who very impressive 4-0 in his group stage. KillerApp 2-2. So, I'm thinking maybe KillerApp comes into this thinking he's the underdog. We'll see if that changes some plays up a bit. Maybe we get a gamble here or there to look forward to.
Kariossa definitely is the favorite of these two coming into this, but this is a randomizer, and when randomizer's gonna rando, anything can happen. So KillerApp is gonna be looking to make some of those more questionable plays that you're like, I don't know. If this doesn't pay off, it's not very good. But only time will tell.
Yeah, and as chat points out, light medallion start, not really what we want to see here. Under our settings, not one of the medallions you need here.
Yeah, we are off. The win conditions for these settings for the SpeedGaming Live 2020 tournament is that the 3 spiritual stones open up our Ganon's castle, open up the Rainbow Bridge, while the Shadow and the Spirit medallions give you your Ganon's boss key from Princess Zelda inside the Temple of Time. And right off the bat, Karyossa's getting a pack of bomb chews and a stick upgrade. Pizza Heart.
Yeah, bomb juice and sticks. Interesting killer going straight for the sword chest here. A lot of runners like to see if Mido's house is empty of any useful items or not, to see a potential Baron hit maybe before checking this, but Killer says no. Let's immediately start the gambles and see if we get paid off.
Meanwhile, Karyosis looks to like purchasing an early Deku shield and perhaps some nuts. KillerApp with an early bomb bag, super early bomb bag.
Speak of the gamble, going straight to it, gets paid out, bomb bag.
That'll be really interesting. For example, if Karyosis goes inside the Deku tree, clears it, gets the fire or water medallion, KillerApp does not take that bait. He might get paid off. Nuclear reaction in this tournament managed to dodge the Deku tree for her seed, and it paid off for her as well. So let's see what KillerApp does coming outside of Mido's house.
Yeah, and we saw outside Spirit Temple is where you're going to pick up Bolero of Fire. Not the most useful song, but...
No, potential song chain, though. So we find Requiem when we're going to chain it up, as we find Water Temple is a foolish choice. Not going to find any progression items in here.
Always a nice hint to see.
Although, unfortunately, might be a required medallion or stone. We'll have to wait to see. But it does look like KillerApp is going into the Deku tree. So isn't going to be dodging any potential unnecessary dungeons. But can't blame him. Sphere 1, Sphere 0 checks in here.
Yeah, I can't blame the runners when you start off with the 20 pack of Deku sticks to come right into Deku tree. Personally, I'm a fan of kind of saving it for on the 3-song child route when you're coming back to Lost Woods to hit up Deku tree. You might know whether it's a medallion or stone you need at that point. But again, a lot of Sphere 0 checks. Probably something good in here.
Yeah, that is the usual, but Recovery Heart and the single lone green rupee, not a great start. And $5. Not looking good. It's 3 down, 4 to go. Kariossa does have the lead coming inside the Deku Tree here, skipping that Kokiri sword. Killer App with those bombs might be able to make some use out of them. Ooh, there's some magic though.
Yeah, one of 2 magics in the game, so definitely a worthwhile pickup early on here.
Alright, 2 checks to go. One good one yielding something useful. Thankfully, we'll get this Lon Orange music out of the way early.
And now that Kariossa finally went to the menu, we can see it is in fact a 20 pack of bomb chews. That's the big one. That's the one you want to see.
Yep, so that means if Kariosis skips that Kokiri sword chest for a little bit, they won't be hurting for explosives. Rough though, just the magic. And without any spells, it's just gonna be sitting up in the top left corner there for him.
Nice setup there with the B1 skip for Kariossa. Good to see him get it first try easy. Because of note, it looks like Killer App here bombs. He might elect for the little bit simpler ground jump.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be one advantage afforded to them. We see the infinite sword trick with this broken stick. It's never going to disappear here. Really easy setup, backflip, shield flick, and a roll forward, and then a jump attack against the wall. See him get 1 cycle, 2, 3 hits, and Queen Goma's down. Yikes, $50.
Yeah, not a lot of item action to start with. So, probably gonna go along. We'll see if he chooses to go out to the lake here or straight up to the market.
It is kind of nice to grab a forest medallion early. That's 1 extra song you have the opportunity for.
Oh, and Killer missed the flame storage here, so he's got to go back.
Meanwhile, Kariosa's going straight to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Oftentimes you'll go out towards the lake or even Gerudo Valley if you're coming straight out of Kokiri, but when you beat the Deku Tree, it sets the time of day a little bit forward. Makes it a little awkward to go that route.
Kariossa does have bomb chews. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do any bomb chew bowling with those. Kind of ironic, but is what it is. Those frogs too.
Oh, and Killer App misses the one cycle on Goma.
It feels a little bad, man.
A little bad. Kariossa had a very clean Deku Tree. Killer App gonna fall back a minute or two here by missing that flame storage in the one cycle.
Has to destroy those eggs. Quick nut before they hatch. Spider's down for Killer App.
Well, it looks like we're going to Jabu today. Way of the hero.
So we saw Kariosa's checking those gossip stones there, giving us hints, useful information. Guaranteed useful in the Ocarina timer or randomizer under these settings. So Jabu Jabu is way the hero. One of the 4 checks in there is going to yield something of progression, logically required to beat the seed. We also saw the Haunted Wasteland is foolish, like, what was it, the Water Temple? Foolish. There's not going to be anything necessary in there, as well as some of our always hints. Big Goron is not going to give us anything, but the Slingshot minigame is giving us a silver scale.
Yeah, Jabu Jabu, not exactly a dungeon you want to see Way of the Hero, but consolation prize getting that early scale will at least make it much easier to get over there.
And that 4th hint being the final prize in the Gerudo Training Ground maze. I forget what that was.
Yeah, I believe it's Faeror's Wind, which...
Oh, Faeror's Wind. So maybe you want to pick that up.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate spot for it with the early magic. Could have been quite handy in the seed, but it'd be tough to get to.
Unless we need to see another G-stacked G. The last seed, we restreamed having, I think, 3 Go Mode items in there. No, 4 with the lights. There you go. Killer App getting his bowl on. Prize number 1, garbage. Prize number 2,
though.
That's a hook shot.
Yeah, here we see again that early run to the sword chest. Giving you a very nice set of items here.
So, me being in Killer App position against Kariosis, I see a bomb bag and a hook shot. I'm going early adult. Maybe pick up the song here in the castle first. But after that, I think I would go adult.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be looking to go adult pretty early because, again, as soon as you hit that, you're getting another song off that forest medallion.
Yes, very nice pickup for Killer App. Let's see where he takes it. Chances are a hook shot is always going to be required. Unless you're playing with settings like Open Ganon's Castle, no trials. Chances are you're going to need that hook shot. So there's the silver scale here for Killer App. Letter and Sun Song. So Sun Song is quite nice early on. Don't have to worry about your time of day. Kariosis, though, is going to do the standard 3-child song route, going straight to Lon Ranch.
Meanwhile, Killer App taking the egg there and now headed up towards the Temple of Time. Might elect to go early adult here. Looks like it.
Yep. Might just be interested in the song, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they stick around.
Yeah, I would expect the early play here to Kakariko Graveyard and then probably into Dodongos with that bomb bag.
Yep. Meanwhile, Kariosis is gonna do a little cuckoo hunting. A little trouble with Darunia's favorite song. Alright, they're at least gonna check the pedestal. What do we have for us today? Oh, way too fast. Shadow and Spirit are required.
Jabu was, I think, water or fire medallion, it looked like, so not necessarily required there, but way of the hero.
Alright, looks like water was Jabu. I think Shadow and Spirit were vanilla.
And Serenade of Water over in Lon Lon. That is pretty much exactly the kind of song you're looking for going on this child song route. Get one of these warp songs, make it much easier to move around.
Yeah, really interesting there. And I think by process of elimination, our other required dungeons are going to be Dongo's Cavern, Fire, and Water Temple.
Yeah, so currently the only dungeon it looks like we don't know we need to go to is Forest.
Yeah, Forest being our Fire Medallion.
We'll see if we get any hints for that dungeon or possibly the Burning Kakariko's song, which would require that medallion. But Kariossa here, not forgetting to check the sword chest on his way back through the child route, gonna get his bomb bag, and should be likely to play Bomb Chew Bowling before going adult.
Hey, there's a free shield. Too bad we've already purchased that.
But a free bow, on the other hand, we'll certainly take that one.
A D on top of Dodongo's Cavern?
Little surprised, again, Killer App choosing to kind of go straight up here towards Dodongos rather than do the usual Kakariko Graveyard checks most people like to do. Perhaps looking to see if there's a, Baron hint for one of the areas first. Or a way of the hero. Or
Yeah,
a way
I
of the
mean
hero.
that'll just push him towards it. I liked this play. He knows Kariosis is really good, really consistent with movement and combat. So he wants to get these stones and medallions as soon as possible. This Dongo's Cavern required. He's got the item to complete it. Shield or not, he's coming in here. He's hitting the gas pedal. I like it.
Oh, and another bomb bag into Dongos.
Bomb luck bomb bag.
Yeah, bomb, strength, or hammer to get there. Always funny to see a bomb bag right in its dungeon.
Ocarina memory game not paying off for our French racer Kariosis. I'm very happy to have all those bomb chews. Hyrule Castle Way of the Hero.
Yeah, so far only Sun Song there, so it might be our Graveyard Way of the Hero or potentially the Fairy Fountain. But of note, second bow already found. One's in Lost Woods there.
And Kariosis is not wasting any time, straight into Child Goron City, leaving no stone unturned. And you see there, Kariosis using that Sun Song as a very quick warp. It's not really caring about the time of day inside these areas.
Yeah, quick warps are very nice with that Sun Song in areas where you're not normally allowed to change time of day there. But kind of interesting, he took the dip in there to hit Hot Rodder Goron up, but didn't go up to the maze at all with his bombs.
And just choose, and he doesn't have a wallet, so it's not an infinite supply. As KillerApp finds a big Poe in a bottle.
Well, he did take the time to grab the bomb bag too now, so he's gonna be stocked up as well here.
He did, okay.
Yeah.
So to note that Big Poe is in logic. Unlike Blue Fire, you cannot spend that Poe and waste it. KillerApp finding the claim check, the final item in the adult trade sequence. Items just raining down on us. Goron strength in Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah, what is this seed here? Just handing out items like candy. But, if you're KillerApp, these aren't exactly the items you want because they're just items that you have to go turn in for the real thing.
What does Saria have for her friend Link here? Prelude of Light, not paying off with these early songs for Kariosis, so KillerApp's play to go adult looks like it's going to be paying off for him.
Yeah, Prelude, good for movement, but we had already gotten Serenade. Really, you only need one or the other. So seeing both, kind of a disappointment.
Yep, and to note, KillerApp will be able to get that strength upgrade as an adult in the Wolfos Grotto. So, no issues with the items. Let's see how Kariosis handles it from here.
Well, it looks like
saw KillerApp kind of skipping the usual early adult play going into Kakariko.
Yeah, but on the other side, it looks like Kariosis skipping Bomb Chew Bowling. That could be big. Hookshot, we know, is on there.
That's true. Maybe just not thinking about that early availability. But gonna get his dungeon spread as KillerApp faces off against our King Dodongo. Get your guesses in the chat. Which spiritual stone is Killer App gonna pull out of here? The Kokiri Emerald, the Vanilla Goron Ruby, or the Zora Sapphire? Two guesses for Sapphire, one for Emerald. I always like to see a Vanilla Stone in Medallion.
I'm with you. Give us the Goron Ruby here, Dodongo. He gave us a red stone, at least. As a rupee.
Yeah. Pretty close.
He's
Curious
trying his best.
Kyrios is benefiting from that Sun Song, maintaining his optimal time of day. And looks like Dodongo offering up a green stone, a Kokiri Emerald. And to answer someone in chat, I don't know if it would be the Gerudo's Amethyst. I think it would be the Shikai Amethyst and the Gerudo's Amber. Right, that's orange.
Mm-hmm. Well, so much for Deku Tree other than the song.
Yeah, going to my point, if Killer App had skipped the Deku Tree, he'd be a little further ahead.
But that hit right there.
Hey yo, useful information early on.
We're gonna either need to turn that mask in or find us another scale pretty quick.
That water temple is required. Let's see what we have in the windmill. Just a bloopy on the ledge. What do we got, Guru Guru? Not the greatest song to find here.
Song of Time, very few uses. One spot in water, a little bit of use in GTG, that's about it. So, not one you really like to have.
Kariossa is right behind him.
Yeah, so Killer App not having Sun Song from Hyrule Castle here. Gonna get to see if Kariossa makes good use of it, if that is our kind of way of the hero chain here or not.
Yeah, luckily with Shadow being required, I'm thinking we're gonna find Nocturne sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed. Curiosus missing one of his shots. What happened to the European aim? Oh, Damping not playing nice for Killer App. Oh, not the kind of bonks we want to be seeing. Oh, Silver Gauntlets though. That is something we want to be seeing.
It sure is. The seed continues to deliver in the early game here.
Giving us some access. Hey, 40 nuts. So that's all the checks for Killer App.
Yeah, Killer App doing what he can in the graveyard, but not finding us the way of the hero yet.
But he'll come out here, get his strength upgrade, and that will allow him to clear the Forest Temple if he were to be thinking about making a big gamble. As soon as he checks Andrew. Oh, kariossa is expertly dodging that flame. Not sure what kind of ammunition Killer App is looking for.
It looks to me like one more rupee he wants to buy a shield.
Oh, shield.
But Killer App, you want to talk to Andrew right over there? Maybe?
Please, thank you.
Please, you rocking right by her like 3 times.
No. It's not nighttime.
No, it's day. She's right there.
He just completed Dodongo's, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, that could be bad if he thinks he talked to her already.
That could be very bad. There's 2 checks over there, too. I don't think he went inside the cow house, Impa's
No,
house.
he went straight to the bow game. And maybe just misremembered.
Hopefully, as I said, hopefully we get Nocturne and he walks out that way and remembers. Ooh, and that's probably our way of the hammer. Our way of the hammer.
Way of the hammer,
Way of the hero.
Yeah, for sure. Again, this is... You know, sometimes you really kind of hate to see this with your way of the hero hints, where you get one way of the hero in one area, and it just leads you to a different way of the hero in another area, kind of eating up 2 hints in one, but you'll take the hammer for sure.
Absolutely. We'll certainly see Kariosis take all this gear inside of Dodongo's cavern, clear it for his emerald. Meanwhile, Killer App missing out on the hammer is going to be skipping one of these checks in the Goron City Boulder Maze.
Yeah, neither the hammer or the strength 2 that Kariossa has.
But to note, remember, Kariossa skipped Bombachu bowling and that hook shot. So he's at a deficit as well. Won't be able to get the song inside the crater. Uh-oh, Ice Cavern way the hero.
Uh-oh. Did someone say Nocturne? I'm hearing Nocturne.
Oh, yuck. So no, I did not roll this seed today.
No, we're not getting a bottle on the bow chest in Forest without a bow.
Nope, not getting that one.
No, not that.
We got an early bow, see?
Yeah.
We got 2 early bows. Unfortunately, 1 level too low. As Kariosis grabs their second bomb bag. Very nice shot from Killer App. Link the Goron, nothing for us tonight. I like that rupee get from Killer App, always being mindful of his surroundings. Pizza on the volcano.
Alright, Lullaby here in the crater. Big pickup that he's able to get. Kariossa, unless he finds some hovers or hookshot, around the crater area soon too. Not going to be able to get that one for a while.
Yeah, like I said, that's an advantage here for Killer App.
Yeah, and he can easily go right back over to that graveyard, pick up another song off of it. He may elect to do it as a child, though, to get the chest in there as well. We'll see. I imagine he's going to want a full clear graveyard, get Dumpy digging as well, figure out that way the hero he has yet to find.
Absolutely, it'll be interesting. I'm guessing he'll make his way over towards the Forest Temple, though, at least for the song.
Yeah, could certainly go pick up that song and then perhaps, go back to his 3-song child route.
A reminder of the Barren Water Temple with Iron Boots on, what was it, 40?
Skull Mask.
Skull Mask, that's right. I knew it was something skull.
Yeah, often a check runners will last location or near last location, so getting the hint, very handy.
Well, with these settings and Skull Mask being a guaranteed hint, you're gonna find that somewhere.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the hint gets buried though, and you're
sometimes
you're never gonna see it.
Most likely. I just jinxed the finals or something.
You're jinxing something, because sometimes you get those barren areas and then you don't go in them and they have that, like, super key hint. And you're like, man, why? You told me not to go here, game.
The game is telling Killer App, hey, check these fairy fountains. That one's just a stick. One stick. Not sure if Killer App is interested in this prize. It looks like he is. Pretty hard piece, why not? It's early in the game.
Alright, graveyard, second hint. We'll see if we find a third, which would make it double way of the hero.
Yep. These racers are for sure counting these hint stones. As Kariossa takes the dinosaur down.
So we are going to get the Lost Woods play into singing the song on Sacred Forest Meadow. Now, the other strength Kariossa found is, in fact, I believe the Sacred Forest. Yeah. So it'll be interesting if Killer App continues to make any gambles here with Forest not necessarily being required. He could dip into it early.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he's thinking, and we'll get that info real soon. Because if he doesn't go into Forest, where else does he go? I guess he could try dipping into fire without the hammer, but most likely gonna go back child and follow in Kariossa's footsteps. Kariosis, on the other hand, with the hammer coming out of Dodongo's cavern, is likely to go into Fire Temple here and hope that they're not hookshot locked.
Yeah, gonna be a little tough. He's only on 4 hearts still, so...
Oh, wait. No, he can't even get over there. He can't cross the bridge. Never mind.
And yeah, he can't even cross because no hookshot, no hovers.
No Bolero of Fire. That's in the desert. One extra check for Kariosis in the Boulder Maze left side. Kariosis making the Namaha play for, or no, sorry, the Dylan Meeble play for this chest. And there's our gold scale.
Gold
Hello.
scale. That's big. You might not need to turn in Skull Mask now.
That chest coming into play in the match from last night.
Yeah, and it could come into play very big here if KillerApp decides to go child, turn in that mask quest before seeing it. We might not actually need Iron Boots here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, hello. This could change things up for KillerApp. Getting Requiem will get him Bolero of Fire. Which will potentially get him into Fire Temple, but he's dipping in the forest.
Yeah, it's big, but again, he didn't talk to Anju. We could have gone Adult Spirit.
Oh, that's right. Oh no. Alright, let's see how deep KillerApp goes. Could just make the hard play for all dungeons and say, I'm here, I can clear it, let's do it.
Yeah, again, he's making the gamble we kind of thought about, and I think it's a little unfortunate though. If he had talked to Anju, I think you go straight to Adult Spirit and start making those plays.
Kariosis is getting this nut, just a pack though, not an upgrade. Oh, but without ZL, he's not interested in the ferry up there, so I think a pretty quick play for him. He's most likely gonna make their way, grab Requiem Spirit. It'll be interesting to see where they go from there.
Yeah, he does have the Silver Gauntlets, so could see the Spirit play, but no hook shot. Gonna make that tough. No Lullaby either because of the no hook shot.
Yeah, just one check he could do inside of Adult Spirit. Could opt to reverse Wasteland.
Now,
do hook shotless GTG.
Now he can get the song on Spirit, which is Bolero, as we know, which would net him Lullaby.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, ping pong back and forth.
Yeah, but again, it's like, if we could just combine what these two runners, skipped, we'd be in great shape.
Now, to note, KillerApp has gotten the wallet out of here. I think the first check was a random garbage item.
Yeah, we got an empty bottle and a wallet so far.
Oh, bottle. That's not bad.
It's not nothing.
But no keys. There's a boss key.
Yeah, and Kariossa showing off A little strat there to make the glitchless jump. Of note, didn't buy a shield, so...
Very impressive strats going down. One of these next two checks from KillerApp has to be a key, logically. What that's telling me that most of the remaining checks in here are gonna be keys and not something he's interested in grabbing.
Yeah, I'd certainly be inclined to bail from this dungeon at this point.
11 checks left. 5 of them are gonna be keys. So that has potential.
It has potential, but, you know, the courtyard area is kind of a very easy, quick way to run around a few of the checks, and then from there on it gets a lot more linear, a lot slower. So you have to consider, is the time investment worth it at this point of the game?
There's our second Jabu Jabu Way the hero. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a double Jabu Jabu Way the hero.
Well, it's certainly a rarity, but we're one hit away.
Alright, 9 checks left in here for KillerApp, and he's sticking around. There's the Lullaby for Kariossa, so let's see, Fire or Spirit? Looks like it's gonna be Fire.
Yeah, Spirit, again, like you said, no hook shot, so only one check he can do, and it would have to be a key.
So Kariossa's taking a little bit of a lead here at the 45-minute mark, making progression in a required dungeon. You see at the bottom there, the dungeons lit up in white are the ones we need to complete in order to beat the game. KillerApp in the Forest Temple is making a little bit of a gamble. Karios is also making a little bit of a gamble, just the big Poball as far as I know, and 4 hearts to his name. Pretty sure you can't kill the dragon.
No, he's not going to have enough time. So, looks like we're just going to see a quick dip in this temple for now.
Yeah. Would be extremely lucky to grab a couple heart containers on route to the boss gate. We'll have to see what happens here for Kariosis. So 2 more keys for KillerApp in the Forest Temple.
Yeah, as chat points out, maybe he's worried, KillerApp that is, about the vanilla Nocturne possibility. But again, we have Ice Cavern Way of the Hero, which is oftentimes for a song. So I think this is a big gamble to be going Forest here early.
Definitely a big gamble and not paying off for him just yet. But though he doesn't know this, 2 out of those 3 songs in the Child Route, Serenade and Prelude. So good odds are that he's gonna need that song on Burning Kakariko. Not great odds, but better than your average seed, given what we know.
Sure, but again, with him not knowing that, it's a lot of other songs he could pick up first to try and find that Nocturne more easily. You know, we could have a bonus song on burning Kakariko as well, which could be required, so...
Yeah, it's early in on this seed. Curiosity's nothing but keys so far inside the Fire Temple. Chat noticing all the randomized sound effects Killer App has enabled for his run. You hear that galloping? That is because Killer App is down to half a heart. Has to be careful.
Yeah, and chat, to clarify the medallions there, Jabu and Forest are your fire and water medallions. So it's still possible burning Kakariko holds our Nocturne.
That's it for Kariossa. Not sure what stopped him there. Did he find the boss key?
Sorry, I was looking over at Killer App for a second, but I mean he's super low on hearts, so
yeah, that's probably it.
It's probably that consideration of we're just gonna die if we keep trying to go further.
There we go. But this empty bottle will be of use.
And it looks like, yeah, he did find boss key, so possibly we can dip back with a bottle and 5 hearts now. We could get a fairy.
Yep. Just gonna make use of this gold scale right away. Big fan of getting a progression item and checking it right away. Nope, don't want that. Alright, nothing but bomb chews at the halfway mark of the Forest Temple. 4 checks left. One of them is going to be a small key.
Yep, this very next one has to be the last key, and then the end of the dungeon will be all items. So, gamble, it's gonna pay out. It's gonna be at the end here.
Meanwhile, Kariosis is going to be picking up their hook shot. That'll be big for them. There's the last small key.
And yep, here's the hook shot. So with that, it looks like Kariossa's in a very good position. Where do we think he's gonna go with this new item?
With the hookshot Silver Zelda's Lullaby, I think he makes the shadow or the spirit play rather. First, looks like he's checking out Din's Ferry, with Hyrule Castle being Way of the Hero. Good call.
Yeah, very good call. Want to full clear your Way of the Heroes always. Yeah, I think you're right. We might see Child Spirit play first because we're already Child. See if we need a key from there, and then we can go Adult Spirit, get a lot of checks done.
Of course, the Killer App getting squashed like a pancake from the ceiling. That's a slingshot. That's all he gets out of there. That's not going to be good news.
No, that's not very good. We know there's one on 50 skulls, so you're not getting the 51 most likely on Kariosa's side. If Target in the Woods does happen to have something useful, that could play out otherwise.
Yep. But Killer App with this wallet grab is in pretty good shape once they make their way over to the Fire Temple. I'm thinking after Forest he plays Requiem, gets Bolero, and takes a dive in there.
Well, he could. It would be a little unfortunate for him as he needs to do his 3-song child route still. Get that Sun Song. Get that hammer out of the grave.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably thinking about that graveyard Way of the Hero. Well, Kariosis is the one going into the Spirit Temple, but as a child. That's to ensure that he doesn't get key locked.
Yeah, normally the game wants you to use your boomerang, or we could use a slingshot to hit this target here, but you can easily go out of logic and launch a bomb chew from behind, time it right, it'll land right on that target.
This no problem for Kariosa. And does get a small key, so guaranteed to either progress further as a child or an adult, however he so chooses. Looks like, though, choosing to stay adult, but his shield gets burned up.
Yeah, we already beat Deku Tree, so the shield is not going to come up too much other than potentially the Iron Knuckle or Dead Hand type fights. Choosing to stay child here, I think, probably in consideration of no fire source for him. Potentially faster to check a couple of these fire checks up here as child.
To answer a question in chat, there is a hint for the Burning Kakariko song. We have not found it yet, right?
I believe we have not seen it yet. Now, of note, there's only 4 songs we haven't seen, so there's a pretty good chance it could be a good, useful song to us. Could be our Nocturne, could be our Song of Storms leading to something, or potentially Epona's to get us out to GTG logically. Of course, we do have Requiem, so our runners could reverse Wasteland.
Yeah, never know when you're going to get a Fortress Way of the Hero. The absolute worst case would be Minuet. Beating Forest Temple to get the song that warps you to the Forest Temple. Because we know we're going to go through Jabu. How far in? Uncertain at the moment. have Phantom Ganon down, the boss of the Forest Temple. Killer App, eligible for that red cookie.
Still, no items in forest outside of that slingshot, so Killer App really gonna have to hope for a good song off Burning Kakariko now.
Slingshot and that wallet. Right? The wallet was in there, I think.
Right. Yes, there was a wallet.
Could help him out. He can purchase his Goron tunic now.
Yeah, we could make use of that. He is still on 4 hearts.
Yep, that's the exact quantity that Kariosis had a moment ago inside the Fire Temple. But look at that, all the way up to 3, 4. That's 7 hearts. So he could go back in there.
Yeah, he's got plenty now, plus the bottle that he emptied out. Easily beat Volvagia, but I don't think he's in any hurry to do that. It's just one more check on there. Only a stone.
No strength 2, no hammer. Where do you go after the fairy?
Well, he's out here. He could choose Reverse Wasteland to Gerudo Training Grounds, or again, kind of like to see him make his way back to that 3-song child route.
It's going to be interesting, but we're about to see something we don't see every day. A heart container in the Desert Colossus Fairy, but we're seeing a high 5, 7 years apart in the Desert Colossus. Killer App leaving the fountain. Kariosis are rolling his tushin. Right, Killer App going for the gambles, paying off. Minus skipping Andrew. Hugged by a re-dead. Hate to see that. Emptying out his bottle there.
Yeah.
All the love.
Curious why Curio says, okay, he's going to Kakariko first. Thought he might be going Adult and wondering why he did Prelude, but
I think he wants to verify this, whether here he can, as child, clear out the rest of these checks in the Royal Tomb and from the Graveyard Digging Tour.
yeah, absolutely makes sense here.
Also looks like interested in some spiders.
Yep. Right at 10, get our first skull check here.
Nothing useful. Oh ho ho ho. Hello.
Second way of the hero item in the graveyard, Rudo's Letter.
That unlocks 2 more Way of the Heroes, Jabu and the Ice Cavern. So Kariosa's jumping in the lead with that one. This song from Kariosa will tell us a lot. Song of Storms.
Yeah, that's an interesting one to find here, right when you're just outside the well. Now going to be very tempting to go in.
Good call. Decreases chances of burning cack being something useful.
Yeah, and interesting, doesn't go for the flame storage here. Perhaps.
Oh, he doesn't, huh?
Perhaps not confident in the trick. It's a bit tough to get that one. So.
I'm fairly confident Kariosis is comfortable with flame storage enough for that, but
Yeah,
maybe not.
I would think so, but it's. Unless we saw a hint that it's nothing already, perhaps?
That is a possibility. That is a sometimes hint. Salty Sponge in the chat, throwing some salt.
Yeah, I mean.
Saying he forgot.
Yeah, I mean, like Salty says, like he certainly should know how to do the trick. He's a very talented runner. But I'm surprised he would forget that one being right there.
But does look like going into the bottom of the well cannot resist the 14 checks in there, 3 of them being small keys.
Yeah, check density, one of the highest areas in the game. Very tempting to clear here, but yeah, this one's kind of rough because you just got the letter, which, you know, leads you to your Way of the Hero Ice, and, well, 1 check in Jabu for now, so.
Yeah. Worst case scenario for Kariosis, this will allow KillerApp the time he lost in the Forest Temple.
And as chat pointing out, Ice, Way of the Hero, good chance it's Nocturne. I think there's still a fair chance it could be kind of a bait, what we would say Way of the Hero for maybe Epona's song. Maybe Gerudo Training Grounds has an item, and logically you would need our favorite horse to get over there.
Still too early in the seed to tell. I think about half the checks in the well are checked. No keys yet either. There's one.
Speak it into existence. Find our first one, but we know there's 3, and we're certain we can find a faster one to grab than the coffin.
Yeah, Sans Boomerang, not the key you want to be grabbing. That one's much more convenient.
Yeah, as I said, there's always a faster one to grab than that coffin, so if you see a key in the coffin, unless you're playing with the skull sanity, just leave it be.
To answer a question in chat, the dungeons that are highlighted are required. The win conditions for these settings are that the spiritual stones open up Ganon's castle, the shadow and the spirit medallions opening up the giving you the Ganon Castle boss key. Those are the dungeons indicated via highlighting.
And we got a long shot sighting here.
We did indeed. Look at
So that's pretty good to find early here. Kariossa will be able to take that gold scale into Water Temple, see if he can find that boss key without needing those iron boots for Central Pillar.
Absolutely, positively. There is Serenade. I'm kind of interested to see if maybe KillerApp opts to do some of Lake Hylia with that. Maybe pop out to Southern Hyrule Field up into Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, certainly possible. We also have the scale there. Could go into Domain in the river if he so chooses. Also, a little concerned for him if he perhaps pushes that Iron Boots Skull Mask in here. That could be pretty time consuming when he doesn't know where Gold Scale is.
Oh, KillerApp did play Serenade.
Yeah, but it looks like we're getting the same play Kariossa made, opting opting to go over here, check out the potential way of the hero graveyard, and then probably into the well here, which, as you just said, oh wow, to there's your gold gauntlets already.
Yeah, those golds are telling me that we are likely to find something required for the Shadow or Spirit temples inside of Ganon's castle.
Yeah, very likely. But if we don't have anything locked behind Light Trowel or outside Ganon's, that could be the bailout KillerApp needs to get his silvers here.
You're absolutely right about that. Not interested in the silver scale vanilla spot. Not interested in the scarecrow. Kariosis is playing for that gold scale.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. Anytime you see early gold scale, it's like, it feels like such a rarity. You're like, man, this has to be something, but alas, not today.
Maybe just for the Bruto's letter item. But it might be routing that in for his trip into the Zora's domain.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go to Domain right after this, turn in that letter, perhaps get our very first check of Jabu to start seeing if we can get an easy way the hero out of there, or, you know, perhaps Baronades being a jerk to us, hiding it all the way at the end.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a play from Kariosis. I don't see him making that without Pharaoh's Wind inside of GTG. There is the letter for KillerApp. And looks like they're grabbing their hammer as well. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna guess, kind of like I think it was Cyber Chow in chat saying that way of the hero is going to be the boomerang. I think we're gonna have a frozen banana the seed inside the ice cavern.
Yeah, quite possible, but what does that mean for our Nocturne then? Will Killer App get paid out here on the Forest Temple play?
We'll have to find out. Stay tuned here on Speed
Oh,
Gaming.
there's the hint though.
Worst case scenario.
That's not
Yeah.
what Killer App's gonna want to see.
Well, you might avoid the domain, but we'll have to find out. Shucks. You know, he is gonna be picking up that Song of Storms. Let's see if he makes that play into the bottom of the well.
Yeah, but again, Killer App not doing the flame storage either. I'm wondering if we missed a hint that maybe they saw.
Yeah, I think that is the most logical explanation.
Chat confirming it was hinted, so must be nothing useful.
And Karios is definitely able to do flame storage. He just did it there. Killer App is going into the well as Kariosis grabs his fish. Or sorry, fish. Not gonna need those. Inside the deity we go. No Pharaoh's win. No Lord Banana. What are we gonna get inside the vanilla boomerang chest, chat?
And we don't even have slingshot or anything here, so little out of logic bomb usage there. But I think Kariosa's path here is looking pretty good, pretty straightforward for him. He knows he's going to have to go to Ice Cavern. He can complete Fire and probably Water Temple, which will give him the 3 stones he needs to get into Ganon's, and he has those gold gauntlets, so...
Yeah, that's kind of just some child cleanup, hoping to get lucky. Alright. Kariosis has reached the Stingray room.
Yeah, moment of truth here. Are we gonna be free of Jabu, or is the game gonna force us to come back later with the boomerang? Or even,
Oh my
I almost said it
gosh.
too. I almost said, or is it gonna hand it to us right there? And sure enough, I guess we're just
All
gonna keep
hail.
going further.
Lord Banana. Now, riddle me this. Might that be just the way of the hero so we can collect our iron boots?
Well, no, irons are on Skull Mask, so
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that.
and we
Gotta get that out of my
yeah,
head.
and we have hook shot and bottle, so I think we're fine skull collecting otherwise. If should something be on
Yeah.
40. Um,
Okay, all right. You've convinced me. You've convinced me.
yeah, we did see the 50 hint was a slingshot, but we also saw one of those in forest. So looks like there's got to be something deeper in Jabu here.
Yeah, that's not gonna be necessary for the spirit temple also because of those slingshots.
Mm-hmm.
Answer a question in chat. Where was Saria's song? Where was Saria's song?
I believe Saria's was on Temple of
Prelude
Time.
Light. Yeah.
And there's our Dins, so
Hello.
I think you do one more check here and probably bail.
Yeah, that's a tough call that you have to make, especially if you're in Kariosa's spot right there. Oh. Yeah, that might give him a message. Hey, just go to Ice Cavern, you fool. As as Killer App grabs his solar gauntlets.
Ooh, and a bit of awkward movement from Killer App there, trying to do the side hops. Kind of rolls a little and falls through the floor.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to his key count. Although can never be a key behind the locked pits.
Yeah, there's still one key between two checks, I believe.
I think that means the basement it's a key.
Yeah, which is
One
why
in the coffin.
he's wanting to go back towards the like. But yeah, as we know, that's not going to be any useful item.
Well, carries us straight to the crater. Looks like doing these fairy fountain checks. This Killer App also making a beeline, looks like, for Zor's domain. Gonna stop off at the lake, do some fishing, play a little song with the scarecrow. But Kariosis, that ice trap fresh on his mind, going into the ice cavern.
Yeah, if you're Kariossa, you certainly like what you've been seeing from the seed. It's pretty much directing him exactly where he needs to go here. Get your way of the hero in ice, see if you get your Nocturne. And then, even if it's not, Opponent's Song would tell you potential Gerudo Training Grounds, Gerudo Fortress way of the hero. And you've got Fire and Water you can easily beat here for your remaining 2 stones.
Yeah, honestly, we have long shot, so that's
Oh, you're
not
right. That's
gonna
two.
help
That's
us for
true
opponent's
too.
song. So
Yeah, you're.
ideally, looking to come out of here with hover boots and or mirror shield.
Yeah. So, in fact, if it was opponent's song, it would solely be horseback archery.
Stopping off at the fountain, we did have a hint for underneath the icy waters. Good old Speedy Gaming bot reminding everybody of the marathon that's going on right now, part of Speed Gaming Live 2020. We've got a hype match right here for you. 1 hour 26 minutes in between Kariossa and KillerApp. Kariossa with a little bit of a lead. KillerApp unfortunately wasting a bit of time in an unnecessary forest temple. Not getting anything out of there but a wallet.
Yeah,
And
wallet.
sees the bad news right there on that gossip stone.
Yeah, wallet and slingshot, which here's the third one on the ice. So that was pretty much KillerApp's last remaining hope from Forest Temple was child target in the woods, and Kariossa now going to be able to do it.
And the Octorok gonna be able to help Kariossa up onto the iceberg.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little help from your friends there.
You've got a friend in me. But let's see what we have inside the ice cavern. I believe just the one bottle to his name, so it's not gonna go as quickly as we would like. Charging that spin attack, unfortunately missing one of them. But not too shabby. Answer a question in chat, Curiosus has a little bit of a lead. KillerApp not too far behind, but they will have to make up some ground sooner rather than later. They have to make a play that Curiosus doesn't make.
Yeah, for sure. The Forest Temple was the early gamble, perhaps in concession to knowing your opponent went 4-0 in the group stage and is a very talented runner. Didn't pay out, so we might need to see a kind of secondary gamble from KillerApp, perhaps a deep fire play or something that might help him get back in.
And correction earlier, Cariosis does have 2 bottles, so foot in my mouth. But ice keys to the back of Link there. Now, while KillerApp does have the Fire Medallion, it is not required to beat the seed. We know nothing valuable inside it, and nothing that gets unlocked by having that Fire Medallion. Tension is mounting as the red ice melts. That's not it. Alright, one chest, one song remaining inside the ice cavern. We know it's going to be something logically required to beat the seed. We found a hint stone telling us such. 50-50 shot.
Yep, most likely gonna be our Nocturne here. But if you're Kariossa, knowing what you know about the seed, you're probably hoping it's not. You're probably hoping for the chest, because you can get the Ocarina of Time song easily enough here.
Yeah, that's a very good point. But good news for Killer App. They are making the gamble. It's gonna pay off. They're gonna get the vanilla boomerang. And they are going to proceed to get Din's fire.
Yeah, and we'll see if he chooses to go fight Baronade, perhaps getting another Way of the Hero item at the bottom. Surely there couldn't be 3 crazy items in here, right?
Surely there could. I mean, as unlikely, right? So you launch up the Ocarina of Time, and you expect to find the boomerang in that chest. You expect to find it in Jabu Jabu. Randomizer, you should never do that. Statistically speaking, anyway. Kariossa with a very nice glitchless setup for that jump.
Yeah, nice glitchless jumps throughout that room, not having to remenu bombs up for ground jumps.
That's one of the rooms where practice really pays off, and it shows.
And another question from the chat, can they use glitches? For the most part, no. Usually we like to keep it mostly glitchless, as that gives more power to the items that you have to find along the way. There are a few cases, as VXR points out, ground jumps, flame storage, just a couple little things here and there allowed to help speed up movement, and there's usually a glitchless option available that's often just a little bit harder to do.
Kyrios's not gonna forget to unfreeze King Zora. Killer App getting that boomerang. All hail, it's Lord Banana. And yeah, chat pointing out it wasn't Nocturne in the ice cavern as they all suspected. And just more choose from our king.
Yeah, and there was also a wallet that makes 2, which puts buying Zora Tunic into logic. Could it potentially be double Way of the Hero for Central Pillar there?
Oh, that would be pretty nasty.
That would be pretty unfortunate. We'll have to go get Skull Mask if it's the case, but Kariossa going straight to water to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for those that piece of clothing somewhere out here in the wild. Now, to note, we know the water temple is barren, so Karyossa's not looking for any items, looking for that boss key and looking to get it as early as possible.
Yeah, just one spot in here that he cannot check without those iron boots, so gonna be happy as long as it's not there. And for those perhaps more new to these randomizers, again, this is where we like to talk about logic, and logically, Water Temple, to get in and do any of these checks, you want to have your iron boots. But we can do some little tricks here with the gold scale to dive in, use our long shot, as you saw Kariossa do, to get to the bottom. And for outside of one essential pillar check, we can do everything out of logic if we like here.
Yep. Assuming you have Zelda's Lullaby, which we do.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a runner or two come in here with gold scale long shot, get up here and be like, "Oh shoot, no Zelda's Lullaby."
Oh yeah, there's one more piece to this puzzle, huh?
But KillerApp now in Zora's River. This is an area we have yet to see. So two or three hint stones if you include the one in the grotto. There's another ice cavern hint.
Yeah. And as chat's asking, currently Kariossa has a slight lead as KillerApp completed Forest Temple without really any items to show for it. And in terms of medallions here, we're playing a slightly altered rule set. We need the 3 spiritual stones to get into Ganon's tower, and then we need the shadow and spirit medallions to get the boss key for him. So these other medallions, normally you need them. Here, not so much.
Speaking of boss keys, though, that's exactly what Kariosis is looking for here inside the water temple, going for the vanilla boss key chest. I was going to skip a couple of rooms just to the right of him. No hover boots makes it a little harder, but no problem. Gets that jump. Piece of cake after a couple bonks. Also, no iron boots has to climb up there to get enough momentum to push him underneath that wall there. Unfortunately for KillerApp, looks like nothing inside Zora's River. Nothing in the boss key chest in the water temple. Oh, and KillerApp, I guess, skipping out on the River Grotto.
Yeah, not sure what the thought is there. Perhaps, again, that he's behind and needs to maybe skip a thing here or there to make progress up.
Well, he's going to have to go to Ice Cavern, right? So I'm thinking he's going to check that on the way up there as he picks up his Keaton mask.
Yeah, also possible. And here getting the trade quest going for those iron boots. Kariossa gonna let us know if they're needed or not very shortly.
Yep, the checks in the water temple here are dwindling down. Nope, but there it is. The water temple is iron boot. You don't need the iron boots in here.
Yeah, not today. So, yeah, this is just another unfortunate spot for KillerApp. Not having checked Anju to get his silver gauntlets early. Not getting that Sun Song early either to get the hammer. hasn't been to Goron City left side of the maze for the gold scale, so opting to get what he knows about, which is the iron boots on Skull Mask.
Yeah, not a bad play given the information, but given the totality of everything in the seat available to them, it is the slower of the two routes.
Yeah, certainly don't blame him for playing to the hint that he knows about, but just a little bit unfortunate routing here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kariosis out of the Water Temple knows the reward just yields him Ganon's boss key. He's not going to need that for a little bit still. Has Serenade, can get back there right away, so it looks like opting to do other progress.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't need it potentially for a little bit, but on the other hand, it will help open Ganon's tower, and he has those gold gauntlets to clear it all out. You could have your hover boots. You could have
Oh, that's
your...
right, it's a stone, not a medallion.
Although, actually, I'm not sure if the hovers could be in there. I didn't see if he had enough keys in fire to go up, or was key locked on Volvagia. Because that would give you a little bit of a hint where the hover boots might be.
Yeah, that's true.
But still, you could have Mirror Shield or...
Oh, it looks like he's going back in.
yeah.
Now I saw him get an ice trap and a bloopy. So that takes care of 2 out of the 3 or 4 possible items that are in here.
He wanted the shield here and then go back.
Oh, right, for the boss fight. Only took him about 100 minutes to buy a shield. A reluctant member of the team.
Yeah, also made that jump a little bit easier to pull off there.
Let me see KillerApp do a bit of Lost Woods cleanup here. Oh wait, actually, he still hasn't gone this way to get his prelude from Saria.
No, he's still finally finishing off his child song route here.
Kind of a roundabout way, but considering no Nocturne just yet, and apparently needing the Iron Boots, or at least logically needing the Iron Boots, he's making his route, and pretty efficient from the looks of things.
Yeah, and speaking of efficient, Kariossa, very clean kill on Morpha, getting the quick grab, tossing it by the door. And that's what you want to see. Don't let it get away.
Yeah, KillerApp also not letting that Sun Song advantage, keeping it away from him. Using it to warp, getting another bomb bag off of the target in the woods, so that slingshot not paying off. Now, let us see what prize Morpha gives us. Azora Sapphire, Goron Ruby. It's a Sapphire. That leaves the Ruby given to us from defeating Volvagia in the Fire Temple. So we now have all of that information as Kariosis is going to go shoot this sun here. Looks like a tunic.
Hey, there's the tunic you need for
It's
the
convenient.
fire temple you're about to go to, huh?
Very convenient.
He says, do I want it? Sure.
I suppose so. Boo doo 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 doo. As Killer App picking up those iron boots, most likely know what their next play is going to be. But it does look like Kariossa managed to grab that boss key, so we're going to see a very accessible Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, and of note, 2 small keys as well already, so he could go further into fire without Volvagia being a key potentially, which could lead a hint to hover boots potentially being in Ganon's castle.
Yeah. But at 1 hour 45 minutes, we are looking for the Mirror Shield, the Light Arrows, and the Hover Boots. We know Ganondorf will give us a hint of the Light Arrows. We can get up there. And Kariosis will be able to get up there in a matter of moments. Very efficient fight using the second hitbox underneath that hole there.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little too slow there with the bombs, letting Volvagia get into the air here.
Not ideal, but does get enough damage off that he won't go flying around, knocking rocks on your head. Now let's see how fast Killer App can get to that central bow target in the water temple. Actually, looks like they're first gonna go into the fire temple. This is their first trip inside of there. Won't take them too long to complete this one and pick up their ruby.
Yeah, and
Nope, never mind.
also still has to go to Ice Cavern, so I think we may see that first, and then the 2 dungeons.
Looks like he wants to be in sort of a dungeon boss rush mode. Which reminds me, later on one of the Speed Gaming channels later tonight is going to be a special crowd control event feeling Metroid Master versus Wooden Barrel. But you, Angle, are right along with chat. Killer App on their way to Ice Cavern for that Way the Hero play.
Yep.
Kariosis going into Spirit, not Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, looked like Kariossa kind of shaking his head back and forth, like, huh, I have a few options here. Which one do I want to explore first? And Spirit Temple being a required dungeon, looks like he's gonna clear this out as much as he can. Perhaps Mirror Shield is simply in it.
He has cleared all of the child side. Went all the way to the left or the right hand statue hand, right side statue hand. Ah.
Yeah, I would have considered going to Ganon's first, having the gold gauntlets. I think that's part of what he was looking at there, but you know, this is a fine play either way. You're still looking for some keys, finish off this dungeon, and if the mirror shield's in here, that will work out nicely.
Immediate boss key. Killer App saying, nah, I don't need a slingshot. I already got the Y. He's looking for something shiny. Something slippery. Kariosis needs one more small key. Certain to grab it. But what do you think, chat? What are we getting out of the Spirit Temple? Garbage? The Mirror Shield? The Light Arrows? Maybe the Hover Boots? Alright, wise guy. Almost certainly gonna get a bloopy. Less so now that we have bow and bombs and slingshot and all that jazz. Hey, there are some butter boots. Very nice pickup.
Yeah, there you go. Now we just need the mirror shield to show up. But definitely gonna push us to go beat a Shadow Temple as soon as we finish clearing out our checks here.
And that'll also help him with another check or two in the Shadow Trial. Killer App just now journeying into the Ice Cavern. Getting a little taste of what it's like up here in the Rocky Mountains. Alright, some double Ds. And Kariosis up to 10 heart containers. Unfortunately, just Nehru's Love with one check left in Spirit that he has access to without the Mirror Shield.
Yeah, and a bit of a slow one, so good call opting to just complete our Shadow Temple here.
Get his purple cookie out of here. And then most likely go into Ganon's castle. No, considering Kariosis full cleared the child side of Spirit, he should not have been key locked out of there. It would be a big problem if he were. Oh, Mirror Shield, right? Could have had a key in that chest. Alright, possible.
Oh, but there's...
Yeah,
there's
there it
the
is.
mirror shield, so... That's exactly what Kariosa wants to see there.
Yeah. A little bit of a nod. Just looking for lights now. Kariosis is in the fabled glow mode. And will be marching straight up to Ganondorf for that hint now. But likely to see it is in Ganondorf's castle. Luckily, Kariosis can full clear that. So Kariosis in the driving seat. Not going to get a sub 2 hour, but the seed looking much nicer than the ones we've seen so far through the group stages.
Yeah, for sure. Looking great for him here. Pretty much no matter where Ganondorf tells him those light arrows are, he has all the items he needs. So it'll just be a matter of getting out to it.
Killer App with a gutsy play early on in the seed, finding the Forest Temple kit really early on, skipping the Child 3 song route. 2 out of those 3 being Serenade and Prelude. But unfortunately, Forest Temple completion not paying off. But I think even if he had just managed to do the courtyard, a couple of hiccups here and there have cost Killer App enough. Kariosis is most likely gonna come away with the victory. Oh, and as I say that, a little bit of commentator's curse as dropping one of his blue fires. He's gonna have to make his way back in here to de-thaw the king.
Yeah, Kariossa, very clean run here today. As we saw, he went 4-0 in the group stage, looking like a very strong runner here, possibly eyes on that top prize.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is a cash prize monies tournament. We're taking home just over $1,000. The top 5 getting a piece of the $2,020 prize pool. But that's just one out of the 14 tournaments that have been going on. But in case you've missed it, things are just starting to get spicy today as all the tournaments are moving into their bracket phases.
Yeah,
so stay tuned.
All the tournaments heating up in the bracket phase, getting some really exciting matches going on. And the marathon, it's Friday. We got the weekend marathon running strong here.
Yep, Friday the 13th, no less. But that black magic not making its way into this seed for Kariosis. They must have a bouquet of 4-leaf clovers, some horseshoes, maybe some rabbit's feet are hanging around. But it's paying off for them. Killer App unfortunately encountering a black cat in our Phantom Ganon. Killer App now with his water temple access is gonna jump inside there. Certainly he's gonna be finishing that up by the time Kariosis makes their way out of the Shadow Temple. Hey, there's another button to click. It's the Lens of Truth for Kariosis. Oh, yuck. Zora's River was a foolish choice this seed.
Yeah, and the classic Lens of Truth. An item I very much needed as a kid there in these dungeons. Yeah. Very hard to see where you're going without that one, but...
particularly in the exact place that Kariosis just pointed out. Ironically enough.
Yeah, normally our runners here are very good about avoiding the holes and follies of not using the lens. Sees very little use in the competitive play, but yeah, scary times as a kid, needing it in these super creepy areas. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Curious is about halfway through this the Shadow Temple.
So yeah, what dungeon do you and maybe chat? What did you guys hate as a kid here the most? Was it the dreaded water temple that Killer App's
Yeah.
in, or perhaps the spooky, creepy shadow temple here?
Yeah, no, I fell victim to the Water Temple keys. I think it was the cracked wall chest or something. But I was completely lost. I ended up just restarting my game from scratch, thinking I had like soft locked the game somehow.
Yeah, I think the same. The water temple just if you miss, one room in it and it just turns you around and gets you lost, like, where's the key I need? What am I doing?
And Chad also pointing out the Hyrule Castle Market as an adult was pretty scary. Before you knew the right path to walk through those redeads and not get grabbed, accosted by them redeads.
Is it Link screaming or the Redead? Hmm. I always thought it was the Redead, but
Yeah.
if I was Link, I'd be screaming too, running through there.
Yeah, it's a bit higher pitched than Link's voice, if you ask me, and the fact that it's the same as child or adult.
All right, Kariossa about to take a boat ride. Still needs one more small key, so probably just gonna full clear the backside of Shadow here, just in case we pick up light arrows along.
Yep, as Kyrios beginning the boat ride through the Tunnel of Love. Let's see who his friends have set him up with today. I guess the rando gods. That would be something. If there were any two enemies to randomize, it would be these two. Let's throw some Lizalfos or maybe some Iron Knuckles on this boat.
Yeah, that would be a good change. Just two random enemies. What could they be? What would be the worst to have on this boat here? Maybe some Gibdos that just immediately grab you.
Moblin.
Moblin just charges.
Oh, I was thinking of the one with the club that
Oh yeah,
could
the
put
one
him
with
at the head of the
club, too.
boat.
Yeah.
And I have to dodge it back and forth. Actually, I think I'm gonna post that in the main Zooter Discord in the suggestion channel.
Gerudo guards, P hat. I like these suggestions.
Ooh, a pea hat. There you go, chat.
All right, and there's our last small key here. Gonna leave the maze. Maybe he saw a hint already for the floor master.
Meanwhile, Killer App is doing the check that will yield them the boss key. So we might have oh, I guess Karios is probably going to get out of here faster than Killer App can get into Morpha. But one right after the other.
Yeah, well, Killer App still gotta beat fire, gotta get Hovers out of spirit to get into shadow, get that mirror shield, finish up here.
And unfortunately, he has to ping pong back and forth across Hyrule. But definitely was bailed out by picking up that other strength upgrade. Remember, he missed that one from Andrew in Kakariko Village. But just like that, Bongo down, not posing any sort of threat for Kariosis, especially with that big Goron sword. Oh, just 50 bucks off Bongo. Still looking for those light arrows. Still in glow mode.
Yeah, get your guesses in where they will be. Ganon likely to tell us his own castle, possibly Gerudo Training Grounds.
Anyone new to the randomizer might not know. You get up to Ganondorf. And in that James Bond-esque villain style, he will tell you exactly where the tool to defeat him is located. Not specifically like this chest here, but the area or the region, such as GTG or Ganon's Castle or Hyrule Field.
Yeah, a very nice addition they put in to do that, because otherwise that is the one true item where it could be anywhere, and we don't want to make these runs take all day here after beating the dungeons.
Yeah, we could.
We could. We could have Star roll some more seeds, right? Or perhaps if you wanted to roll a few more, that one last night was quite the adventure.
We could just plan to one up, and it could take up the whole marathon for next year.
But yeah, Chad, if you didn't see the one last night, Dylan and Namaha racing, that was quite a fun one. Be sure to check out the replay.
How many times can I say I'm sorry? I think Curiosa's skipping that vanilla Bosky chest.
Yeah, he's kind of just running his way to get the hint. Gonna grab this one just because it's so fast.
Yeah, that one I can't blame you not skipping, but the Bosky chest isn't that long. You just have to play Zelda's Lullaby. But that appears to be enough of a time sink for Kariosa, as Killer App takes out our amorphous blob.
Yeah, and chat there, boss key chest cannot be a key. The only key it could have been was boss key, which we already have. All the small keys have to be lower down in Spirit Temple, because the game sets up the logic nicely there for you, assuming you use the keys in the worst possible combination. It'll make sure you don't get locked out.
Iron Knuckle has been defeated as Kariossa moves into one of the hardest boss fights in the game. I think most people would agree, even especially harder than the final boss.
Yeah, these two often don't like to cooperate with you. Starting off nice here for kariossa. Some quick shots.
It look like these sisters are getting along today. KillerApp happy to find that Goron tunic right before he heads into the Fire Temple. Also making sure to pick up Pierre. Nothing gonna lock him out of there.
Yep, he has yet to make a trip into fire, so he does not know where the boss key is yet. Gonna make sure Pierre's available.
While Kotake and Kume doing the fusion dance, preparing for their double dynamite attack, also known in German as Sexy Thermohexy.
Yeah, I know you love that name, and I love that kariossa got some really nice RNG from the first phase. That was quick and easy.
Yep, and phase 2 set up that the first 3 shots always gonna be the same. And with that big Goron sword, a 1 cycle, no problemo. Alright, 2 hours, 12 minutes in. Kariossa has access to Ganon's castle. We'll be picking up their Ganon's castle boss key as soon as they step into the Temple of Time. And looking to wrap this thing up. One caveat, still need the light arrows to slay the pig. And there it is. Guaranteed item this for these settings. Always know that's gonna be in that location. There are other settings you can use for that light arrow cutscene check. These are the vanilla settings, the Shadow and Spirit Temple unlocking that. Well, you can set up however you'd like. The 3 spiritual stones unlocking that. All dungeons unlocking that. So I do encourage you to check out the randomizer and play with all the sorts of different settings. But if you're new, I would consult someone has some experience before you roll your first seed, because a lot of the settings are very unforgiving.
Yeah, for sure. There's a nice Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer Discord with plenty of friendly people who can help you out with, the logic and whatnot of creating these. So if you're new, you can run settings like these. You can make all kinds of changes, make it harder, make it easier. Skull sanity for first run trust. I don't know if we want to trust that one.
Not unless you've got a strategy guide.
But for sure, a lot of fun to play these. If you like the more logic puzzle side of things, we've kept most of the rule sets. I say most. There are ways to make it involve glitches, but for most cases, you won't need to learn too many crazy tricks starting off. Just a good understanding of this game will get you through it.
Oh, and Kyrgios is taking a whack from the axe.
Yeah, going for the quick kill and a little bit off.
Yep, has run a very nice race. Very capable, but knows Killer App is very capable as well. And a rando can rando. Not quite sure where their opponent is yet. So the adrenaline's got to be pumping.
Yeah, you gotta be nervous here. Where's Ganon gonna send you? Somewhere easy? Somewhere might take some time to complete?
Yep, hoping it's not going to be in the Forest Temple. We know that's not going to be the case. I guess Jabba would also be pretty bad. Hey, GTG though.
GTG, he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to see that. He knows Iron Boots are all the way on Skull Mask. Hope it's not Toilet.
Oh yeah. I was reminded of the fact that that's where our Ferroro's Wind is inside the center maze.
Well, yeah, we know
So
it's...
he's not going to be too concerned about keys.
Yeah, we're not going to need all the keys. We're not going to need to go to the center chest. Hoping... we're really hoping, you know, you walk in, you shoot the bow target, you get your light arrows, but...
From glow mode to slow mode, I like it.
Yeah, but here we go. Get to show off a little reverse wasteland here.
Reverse wasteland at night.
Yeah, gonna go all the way out to the box. Don't often see runners do that. That is the more logic-oriented way of running, but a little bit slower.
Not so sure. His route seems to be very tight around those invisible walls that void you out. That was very efficient from looking at it.
Yeah, he seemed very confident in running that route, so easily done.
And there's often a suggestion in the Zelda 1 randomizer community to get a trick called screen scrolling set up, in that you set up Link at the precise pixel and you put a piece of tape on your screen just to kind of mark it so you can easily line it up until you have it down by sight. But I've always thought that it wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of trace the outline of the route that you have to take on your little mini map there in the right hand corner. I'm wondering if that would be viable for that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you could make something work like that. I know when I was learning it, I was trying to look at the different dark and light lines in the sand there to try and line myself up in the correct spots.
Kariossa is in go mode. Knows generally where their light arrows are, but needs to pass. Needs to fight the guard, free this carpenter.
Yeah, and on the other side, KillerApp still going deeper into fire. Perhaps another little gamble, thinking he's fallen behind and needs to make a play that Kariossa would not have made.
Yep, I think I agree with you there. But 2 hours, 20 minutes in, jumping into the Gerudo training ground. Where are these light arrows going to be? Alright, 2 keys in the lobby. We have a Stalfos room, a Wolfos room, a room full of light with 4 chests in it, a bow game shooting a Cyclops statue, and a room full of enemies that are on fire, and a Beamos room.
Yeah, and one particular room Kariossa really hopes doesn't have it, a room with some Song of Time blocks, some water you gotta go down in. We know it is the toilet.
Shell blades waiting down in there to troll you and make your life difficult. But without those iron boots, Kariosis cannot get that check completed.
Yeah, anywhere but there, he's saying in his mind.
Wolf's not quite playing nice. They're going down. As a Volvagia burrows into their hole on KillerApp's side. About to collect Spiritual Stone number 3.
Yeah, KillerApp showing off the old bow strats for Volvagia. Hitting her a few times with the bow to get some extra damage in there.
Yeah, 3 by my count. That's not easy. Dragon goes down as Kariosis gets the light arrows on the other side of the screen. This is GG's. 2 hours, 22 minutes in, warping out 22 seconds away. We're just looking for some bacon. Hey, as Bacon 1207 knows a dude who put a red dot on a CRTV with a marker.
That's not something I would recommend there, but yeah, you could wipe it off, but still.
Hey, speed gamers gotta make sacrifices. Saw KillerApp sacrificing some time and energy into the Force Temple, not paying off for him. And that seems to be what did him in the seed. As well as Kariosis, really good routing, really good movement in combat, and has read the seed extremely well. And be coming out in first place.
Yeah, very good execution from kariossa. KillerApp, knowing how good he is, made a little bit of a gamble, hoping Forest Temple would pay out, but it's Randomizer, you never know. This case, not so lucky for him, but, you know, still 2 very great runners. Definitely check them both out on their channels. Thanks to both of them for running this tournament here. Thanks to my co-commentator, our tracker, everyone behind the scenes. And thank you to all you viewers out there checking out all these fun tournaments and events we got going on for the rest of the weekend. This is just the first game of the Ocarina of Time randomizer bracket matches, so we got a lot more excitement in this coming up.
Yep, make sure you absolutely give these guys a follow. I know KillerApp at least was in the link to the past tournament as well, and they are constantly streaming content. As well as Kariosis is no stranger to Zooters, as his performance here indicates. But 225 has met the dwarf, set up with his bottle and light arrows.
Yeah, and I think, as you said, KillerApp has a link to the past match coming up soon himself here today, right after this one. So we're gonna wish him some good luck on that.
Oh, that's right. He is. He's doing back-to-back randos, going from the Zelda 5 to Zelda 3. So definitely wishing him luck, as Kariosis is going to prepare for the final boss fight. Switching over there to the Master Sword. If you're not aware, the Master Sword actually doing the most damage to Ganon. So quick to store up a jump slash there, because here's Ganon, and he's gonna be a cheap piggy and knock your sword away. That's the reason Kyrios is storing that jump slash with his Master Sword, so with a crouch stabbing of his hammer, he will deal the Master Sword amount of damage to the pig, killing him as efficiently and quickly as possible.
Yep, we're in a race, so we love to be as fast as possible, but I would like to point out, this is one of those interesting fights where you can actually use pretty much any of your items to damage Ganon here. Your hook shot, your hammer, your Bigoran sword, your bow, even your Deku nuts hurt him.
Yeah, anything essentially that you can equip and fire. Here we go, Kyrios is reunited with that Master Sword. And on to phase number 2. Princess Zelda still standing helplessly beside. 3 more hits. Did I say 3? I meant 5. As KillerApp grabs that Mirror Shield. But Ganon is going down on that other side as Princess Zelda finally lending her magical abilities.
Yep, get your GGs in the chat. We got a nice, clean, sub 230 seed. He loved to see it.
Slicing and a dicing, and we've got bacon. Curious is popping up a little bit. Excited for the win. Excited to move on to the round of 8. We'll be awaiting their opponent as the rest of our racers are scheduling their matches and preparing for their own races. Curious is going to have to sit on the sideline and wait. Unfortunately for KillerApp, that will do it for him in the Ocarina of Time randomizer. But as mentioned, hype for the Link to the Past randomizer race he's got right after this one. Should be just a moment or two before we potentially get these racers in the chat. I want to extend a thanks to SpeedGaming. We've got a SpeedGaming Live 2020 that's been going on all week long, including on Sunday, November 15th. It's gone by fast, but there's still a whole lot left for us.
Yeah, it looks like we'll have maybe a quick little ad break here, and then we'll get the runners in.
But for anyone ad-free, we would encourage you to hit the exclamation schedule to check out all the content that we've got going on live. And as well, I know I have plenty of odds to catch up on after this is over. So stay tuned to SpeedGaming, the SpeedGaming YouTube channel, for all the SpeedGaming Live content to find its way over there eventually.